Hello everyone, new session is about to start. So what are your plans for the new session? Do write in the comment section. As I always tell, we learn from each other. And in this new session, I'm also going to introduce something new, and I feel that my sharing will help many teachers. So let's start. You know, we keep on telling our children that we should not indulge in mindless scrolling. But sometimes this mindless scrolling would be help us to discover something new. Same happened with me. While I was scrolling, I found a very nice video which gave me the idea for introducing this PFA, that is psychological first aid, in my school in this session. I'm going to share the learning from that webinar which was on CBSE headquarters channels, and this webinar was taken by the senior nurse psychologist Mrs. Daya Pant, and she explained it so beautifully, the concept of look, listen and support that should be introduced to the children in the classes by the teacher involved. So let's start how it is to be done, why it is so important. That many children in our schools may be going through emotional distress silently, and the schools become their first safe place outside home. In this session, which was taken by Dr. Daya Pant, she explained psychological first aid as a simple yet powerful technique. It is not a therapy, it is just an immediate emotional support which does not require lot of training of counseling to be delivered to the individual involved. It is just a care, reassurance and presence in the moment. Dear teachers, you all would agree with me that sometimes it is just as simple as offering water or just sitting quietly beside the child who is in distress, or just saying that I am here for you is sufficient. In the next session of the webinar, she explained that we as teachers consider the quiet child as the child which is okay, and disruptive child as the child which is a problematic child. She also brought into the knowledge that some children are weeping and we can easily see them. Some are worried, anxious, fearful, overthinking, and some are willful, that is, they show anger, resistance, or defiance. But what we do as teachers, to these children, we might call the child who is crying closer to us and ask, but what about the other two children? The one who is worried, the one who is willful, is often unnoticed and misunderstood. They are not seen as struggling. They are just seen as difficult, or some children who are suffering from some disciplinary problems. So, dear teachers, just remember, what is visible gets attention, but what is hidden needs sensitivity. And Dr. Daya Pant also explained that the stress in children comes from multiple layers: internal stress reactions, physical, hunger, lack of rest or no activity, social, bullying, lack of connection. Sometimes a child may look absolutely normal, but inside there is lot going on. She she beautifully simplified PFA techniques into 3 words: look, listen, and support. Look, observe beyond marks and behavior. Listen patiently without judgment, no interruption, no quick advice. It is our habit as teachers to just, delve into and give our advices. That is not listening. Okay, listening is an art wherein, like, we should be first free of our inner voice, then we can provide our ear to the child in distress, because he is already in distress. He is someone who is involved in so many voices inside and outside him. He needs a person who is calm, who can connect with him. Then only this connection is possible, which is the third point in PFA, that is psychological first aid. Now, this connection will offer reassurance and guide, so that if any further help is needed. One powerful takeaway from the webinar was that the importance of teachers' presence, not just physical presence, but emotional presence, is required by the children in the classes. Teacher should be calm, gentle, and non-reactive. We also need to be mindful. Do not impose help. We need to tell our children that seeking support is healthy. But we do not want our children to get dependent on us. As well as we should not judge, we should not dominate. Even our facial expression matters. A harsh look can shut the child down. A soft look can open their heart. So, in this new session, what I am going to do is to try and introduce this psychological first aid in my school with the help of all the teachers. Although I am a counselor, but it cannot be done independently because I am not present in the classes. The teachers, the frontline warriors, are present in their classes, and we will have a discussion on this, and they will be implementing it. So do not take it, whether it is my teachers or the other teachers who are watching me, do not take it as an extra burden, but as a way of being, where every teacher becomes a safe place. Remember, a child may forget what you taught, but will always remember how you made them feel. Okay, so let's create a school full of learning and healing. Thank you.